This ESPN program is brought to you by Natural Light, the beer with the taste for food.
Welcome to the best of Notre Dame football from the 1970s. Today's game is the great 1971 contest between the Trojans of the University of Southern California going against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. We'll start today's game right after these messages. Paul Horning.
Notre Dame has Scott Smith, a soccer-style kicker, to do the booting. Manfred Moore is deep, along with Chuck Hinton for Southern Cal. Scott Smith's boot. It's Moore at the 10-yard line, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, and Moore goes to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Trojans of the University of Southern California. Downfield was Mike Webb, number 61, to make the tackle for Notre Dame. Now let's set up the offensive alignment for Southern Cal. Jimmy Jones, number 8, is the quarterback. Lou Harris, 29. Sam Cunningham, 39, of the running backs. Lynn Swan, 22, is the flanker. Mike Morgan, 24, is a split end. Charlie Young, 89, is the tight end. Lou Harris carries on the first play from scrimmage, and he moves the ball to the 41-yard line.
Fine blocking on the right side there. Harris almost went all the way. Just a shoestring tackle by Eric Patton prevented it. Long game.
Second down and about 2 yards to go now. Schletus was in there defensively on the first play. He's been replaced by a linebacker, number 81, who has just come in, Jim O'Malley. Off the tail of the tandem now, it's Lou Harris again, getting very close to the first down sticks, and it's entirely possible that referee Jerry Markbright will want to measure this one. It's that close. Jim O'Malley made the tackle. The Notre Dame defense has not been scored on in the last 14 quarters.
Well, Lizzie, they're going to get a test this afternoon. Sam Cunningham has picked up 575 yards on the ground, averaging 5 yards a carry, and Harris over 300 yards. So both these running backs are big and strong, and they can break it.
And now we move to further action. We have 10 minutes, 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No score. That ball is spotted almost. Bill Gallagher at the back's in there for quarterback Cliff Brown. Townsend is in place of Gatewood, and he split to the right side. He can fly. Andy Huff, the fullback, on the wishbone tee, carries into Southern Cal territory at the 47. Artemis Parker made the stop.
Here it is on replay. Zone blocking. Mike McGurr's head up to center. Just a little handoff to Huff. Fine blocking by Frank Pomerico, the guard, and Jim Humbert on the left side that tackles. Andy Huff gets about 7 yards.
Second and a long 2 here as Notre Dame comes up in the wishbone. Again, it's Huff, the fullback. But the Southern Cal defense this time smothers him after a gain of a yard. Grant made the tackle. Big John Grant from Boise, Idaho, 229 pounds, 6 feet 5 inches tall.
Lindsay, I was about to mention it's an interesting matchup between Mike McGurr, the All-American candidate, defensive tackle. He's playing head up on most occasions. They have a 3-man line, actually. It's the old Oklahoma-type defense with the linebackers head up the offensive guards. Now they're switching into a little short yardage defense in the gap.
Full house backfield. Parker's in for DeWan for Notre Dame. They need a yard. Huff gets it, 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. They have the ball at the Southern Cal 44-yard line. Bob Erickson, number 88, from Fresno, California, came in to make the tackle for Southern Cal. Here comes DeWan back in, and Parker's coming out.
Now you see Southern Cal getting into their 3-man defensive line. Notice Mike McGurr. He weighs 270 pounds, and Dan Novikov, who have the job of blocking him all day long, he goes about 230, so it's almost a mismatch.
Willie Townsend, number 80, wide to the right side, out of the wishbone. It's a counter play going this time to Gallagher. And Gallagher moves it to the 41-yard line. It'll be second down and 7 yards to go for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Erickson again in on the tackle. Here comes Parker in for DeWan. And also coming off is Dan Novikov, number 50, the offensive center. Dave Drew is coming onto the field. John McKay, the veteran tutor at the University of Southern California, and a fine one. Era Parsegian, fine head coach at Notre Dame. 2nd and 7 for Notre Dame. Brown throws the bomb to Townsend. He's double teamed and incomplete. Hit him in the hands. A fine pass. Alonzo Thomas, number 46, was back there. There comes Townsend back to the hub.
It is on replay. Cliff Brown going for the home run. A little fake off the wishbone tee to Andy Huff. He's open also, but he elects to go long. Willie Townsend, fine defending back there. Willie Townsend had it in his hands but couldn't hold on. Of course, he is the speediest Notre Dame offensive end. He's got more speed than even Gatewood.
Parker and Dewan are being shuttled in, bringing in plays as Era Parsegian calls them from the sideline for his sophomore quarterback, Cliff Brown. Again, Townsend is split to the right side. Brown swings this one out to Dewan. He's got Broncos up front. And Dewan goes for a Notre Dame first down at the 29-yard line of Southern Cal. Artemis Parker made the stop, number 14.
Here it is. Cliff Brown. Fake draw, screen right. Watch the lineman flow over here and give Dewan very good blocking as he gets the first down. Condrick's out there in front. Dewan picks up about 12.
Larry Parker coming back in with the next play as Notre Dame comes up in a wishbone. Sin Craney, the tight end, far to the left side. This is Gallagher. Tries to turn a corner and is taken out of bounds over at the 25-yard line. Bruce Dyer, number 21 from Dearborn Heights, Michigan, made the tackle.
Here it is. And watch Larry Parker here. He's trying to block the cornerback outside. And he might be thinking that Bill Gallagher should have cut back to the inside. He might have picked up a few more yards.
A penalty marker on the play. It is against Notre Dame. Clipping on the run. It has moved the ball back to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame's ball at the Southern Cal 42. 7.5 minutes remaining to be played in the first quarter. There is no score. We're at Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It is still first down. 23 yards to go now for the Irish. Up in a wishbone with Townsend split to the right side. Sophomore Cliff Brown goes to Townsend, and it is intercepted, taken by Dyer. Bruce Dyer returning now to the 35, the 40. Dyer still on his feet, the 45, the 50. He's in Notre Dame territory at the 48. Brought down by Andy Huff. 1st and 10, Southern Cal on the interception by Bruce Dyer, number 21.
Here it is, Cliff Brown trying to hit a split end. Willie Townsend on a crossing pattern. A little fake to Andy Huff. Good blocking. Steps up into the pocket. He's open for a second, but he overthrows him. Bruce Dyer makes a real fine interception here. And he picks up a little blocking as he brings it back in Notre Dame territory.
Jimmy Jones is the quarterback in there for this series for Southern Cal. Jones has the football. And it is Young making a diving catch at the 35-yard line. It was Charlie Young, number 89 from Fresno. He made a diving catch, and it is a 1st and 10 at the 35. You saw the signal to the official. That was not incomplete.
Here it is. Jimmy Jones fakes a little his fullback. Got pretty good pass protection. Greg Marks is there. But Jones gets it off in a real fine catch by Charles Young, their leading pass receiver this year. He's caught 12 for 155 yards and 5 touchdowns.
And now it's a timeout. And the ball is marked ready for play. A very brief timeout by the official. We had started to say the official signal that was misinterpreted by some in the stands was not incomplete. It was first down, and he was stopping the clock on the first down. It's 1st and 10 out to 35-yard line. Sam Cunningham carries for the first time today. The leading ball carrier for the Trojans moved to the 31. It'll be 2nd and 6 there. Mike Kadish, 255-pound tackle along with Eric Patton, made the tackle. No score. The Trojans in Notre Dame territory here in the first quarter. Until a year ago when Stanford represented the Pacific 8 in the Rose Bowl, these Trojans had played in 5 consecutive Rose Bowl games. Jones throws to Garrison, and he has it for a touchdown. Garrison has scored the touchdown. Notre Dame, until that moment, had not been scored on in 14 quarters. But a 31-yard pass play to Garrison, who was defended by Ellis, has made it 6-0 with a conversion attempt coming.
And Lindsay, I don't think it's any secret. John McKay said before the game, Notre Dame, probably the toughest team in the country to run against, so we're going to put it in the air. And Jimmy Jones had a man-to-man coverage. Here it is. It's Edison Garrison catching the ball and just stepping in as a Notre Dame defender slipped.
Mike Ray will attempt the conversion now. He is a junior from Lakewood, California. It's up, and it's good. And there's a break in the action here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score, Southern Cal 7 and Notre Dame nothing. And now Southern Cal will kick off. It'll be Ray to do the booting. And deep for Notre Dame, it's Hill and Diminick. Greg Hill and Gary Diminick. And it will not be Ray kicking off. Instead, it will be Willie Hall. Willie Hall, number 83, will kick off for the Trojans. Way down to the 1-yard line where it's taken there by Diminick. He's across the 20. He's escaped. He can fly. Only the kicker has an angle on him and forces him out of bounds. The kicker forced him out at the 34-yard line. It was Willie Hall, number 83.
Here it is on the replay. Gary Diminick takes it about the 1-yard line. He gets some fine blocking. And he hits the hole. He hits that crack in a hurry. Fine running by Gary Diminick. And he's finally pushed out of bounds by the kicker, Willie Hall, at the 34-yard line.
And now we move to further action. The Trojans of Southern Cal are leading by a score of 7-0. 3 minutes, 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Notre Dame at the SC 18-yard line. It was a reunion here this weekend of the great Notre Dame teams of 1929 and 30. And former head coach Frank Leahy is here at Notre Dame Stadium this afternoon. Has a delay, and Parker has it. Bursting through and pushing tacklers off to the 4-yard line. Larry Parker, first and goal for Notre Dame. Finally bulldogged by Charles Anthony, number 55. Artemis Parker, 14.
Let's take a look at this one. This is the best run of the season for Larry Parker. A little delayed draw to the halfback. Fine blocking up front and fine running by the junior halfback from Cincinnati, Ohio. Larry Parker getting the first down on the 4-yard line.
So the Trojans now start to dig in. Exactly 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Townsend to the left side, number 80. Notre Dame in a full house backfield. Chiskowski to the 1-yard line. Second down and goal to go at the 1. Artemis Parker made the tackle for Southern Cal. Chiskowski started at fullback against Southern Cal last year. He also started the Cotton Bowl game against Texas. Here comes Huff back in.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Huff is bringing in his own number because the Notre Dame likes to go to that fullback. Might have found a little soft spot on the right or left defensive tackle for Southern California, and they love that fullback on short yardage.
They'll take it off a full house backfield. Andy Huff for the touchdown. Andy Huff took it right in there. So it is 7-6 and a conversion attempt coming.
Here it is, touchdown play. Fullback off tackle. Darryl DeWan does a fine job. Good block there, and he just walks in easily. Well, he didn't walk in, but it was an easy touchdown.
Humbert and DeWan let him in there. Now the conversion attempt is coming. Thomas with Doherty holding. The punter holds for Thomas, the placement kicker here. The point, if good, will tie the score. It's up, and it's good. There's a break in the action here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score. Southern Cal 7, Notre Dame 7. And now Notre Dame will kick off. It's Scott Smith to do the booting. Moore is deep along with Hinton for Southern Cal. Scott Smith kicks off with 2 minutes, 11 seconds left in the quarter. Hinton takes it a yard deep in the end zone, out to the 5, 10, 15, 20. Hurdles 1-2 men. And now with blockers out in front, he is still on his feet, and Clarence Ellis brings him down at the 35-yard line. A 65-yard, 66-yard kickoff return.
Almost the identical yardage of Gary Diminick's return on the previous kickoff. Watch him. Oh, he does some real fine running. Great block there about the 25-yard line. Couple missed tackles. This guy's got a lot of speed. He almost breaks it here for the touchdown. Clarence Ellis defending over there does a real fine job in preventing the touchdown. Same old Southern Cal series.
1 minute, 58 seconds left in the quarter. Mike Ray is the quarterback for this series for Southern Cal, being alternated with Jimmy Jones. Ray has the football. He wants to go right now to the end zone, and it is incomplete. As you see, Swan pushed back there, Lynn Swan. As you note, there is no track inside this stadium, so that fans are seated right there up to the edge. 2nd and 10 at the 35.
And that's the second time today we've seen Swan attempt to beat Clarence Ellis. He had a step and a half on him. And it looks as if the game plan for Southern California is try to throw the bomb. They have tried to go for the home run 3 or 4 occasions here in the first quarter.
Bill Holland, number 38, is in at fullback now for Southern Cal. And this is Lou Harris. Bursting through inside the 30-yard line. Stopped at the 29.
Here it is on replay. Fine blocking by Cunningham up front. He got the linebacker. Fine running. He got 7 yards. Just a couple of shoestring tackles. Southern Cal would have had a couple of long runs here in the first quarter.
3rd down and 4 yards to go. 3rd and 4 for the Trojans at the Notre Dame 29 with a score tied 7-7. It's Cunningham off the tail of the tandem, trying to get to the first down sticks as he dived across the 25, and they're going to bring him out and measure for the possible first down. Well, Sam Cunningham.
Sam Cunningham, and he's about 6'3½", Lindsey, and when he starts to dive over that defensive line, he almost automatically has to pick up 2 or 3 yards. Well, this doesn't look like a team that had lost 4 ball games to me, Linz.
It does not. It's 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Southern Cal in Notre Dame territory. Garrison far to the left, covered out there by Crotty. Ray has the football. He looks for Garrison, and it is touchdown. Garrison took it as the man covering him, Mike Crotty, slipped on a turn. 24-yard pass play from Ray to Garrison. The Trojans go back out in front.
And we have the catch here. He's got Crotty beat easily on a zig-out pattern. 2nd touchdown of the day for Ed Garrison. Oh, he put a move on him, Lindsey. Man-to-man coverage, and it's awful tough to cover man for man. Of course, Notre Dame plays that 4-4 defense, relies on the pass rush. Credit Southern Cal's offensive line for really giving the quarterback good pass protection.
Mike Ray to attempt the conversion now. And it's good. So the clock shows 42 seconds remaining to be played, and the score is Southern Cal 14, Notre Dame 7. And now we move to further action. Parker has come in with the next play for Notre Dame. He's number 26. There's the clock running. Now 10 seconds left to play in this period. Cliff Brown runs the option. Now the late pitch to Gallagher, and he loses 3 yards to the 19. As the Southern Cal defense read it perfectly. Alonzo Thomas, 46, and then he got help from Artemis Parker, 14. And now time has run out in the period. That's the end of the first quarter here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score, Southern Cal 14 and Notre Dame 7.
The best of Notre Dame football from the 1970s will return after these messages.
The next team was unable to move the ball, so they punted to Southern Cal. With 14 minutes, 47 seconds left to play in the half, Southern Cal leads 14-7. They have it 1st and 10 at the Notre Dame 46. And that's Lou Harris slipping as he started to cut. Lost about a foot, call it 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's the slip again. Of course, the turf is good. They've had a tarp on this field all morning just took it off right before game time, but he just tries to cut a little bit too quick and loses his balance. Lou Harris. And it doesn't look to me that Southern Cal is too afraid of that front four. They're going right after him.
Edisville Garrison, number 19, split far to the left side. Swan is flanked to the right side for Southern Cal. Jones looks for Garrison. Ellis is the defender.
Same pass play.
It is taken there by the receiver, Garrison. If two men come down with it equally, it goes to the offensive team. First and goal for Southern Cal at the 4-yard line of Notre Dame.
Here it is. A little fake to the tailback. Good pass protection, keeping both backs in. A little zig out pattern, the exact same play that Garrison has scored 2 touchdowns on. He was pretty well covered, but comes up with a sensational catch. Clarence Ellis again defending. Couldn't break it up.
So now, leading by a score of 14-7, Southern Cal has the ball. First down goal to go at the Notre Dame 4-yard line. And this is Big Sam Cunningham diving up to the 2-yard line. Second and goal at the 2. Cunningham's a 212-pounder from Santa Barbara, California.
Here it is again. We mentioned in the first quarter, when he dives, he's got to get 1 or 2 yards. He's big, 6'3½". He weighs about 217 pounds, and he's a pretty tough man to stop down there.
You saw fullback Bill Holland, number 38, leading him in there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it
Cunningham again. Pushed back just short of the goal line, the 1-foot line. It's third down and goal to go. Eric Patton, 45, making contact with him there, along with Walt Patuski, 85. Mike Crotty, number 17, lending reinforcements. A big third down play here for Southern Cal. Cunningham on the tail of the tandem in the I formation. Cunningham dives, and it's touchdown, Southern Cal. Sam Cunningham took it in.
Here's a replay. Sam Cunningham on a 3rd straight burst, and all he does, zone blocking up front, he tries to just dive over with his great height, and he does. He gets in for the touchdown.
So now it's 20-7. Southern Cal leading with a conversion attempt coming. Ray is in there to try the conversion. Jimmy Jones will hold for him. Ray's kick is good. There's a break in the action here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score Southern Cal 21, Notre Dame 7. And now we move to further action. John McKay against Notre Dame during his coaching career has won 4, lost 5, tied 2. Parsegian against Southern Cal, won 2, lost 3, tied 2. Brown now out there on the screen to Townsend. He uses his speed to move upfield to the 48-yard line, where it's another first down Notre Dame. Faith, number 47, made the stop. He's a junior from Anaheim.
It is on replay. Split end screen to Willie Townsend. Makes a real fine move. Good fake to the fullback. Now watch Townsend make a real fine move here on number 88 of Southern California. He comes back to the inside. Pomerico Humbert out in front. And 47 makes the tackle.
Brown now pops this one to his tight end. Craney incomplete. Craney, the tight end, could not hang on. It's 2nd and 10 at the 48. Fate covering again defensively. There's Craney returning to the huddle. Coming into this ball game, the Notre Dame defense had given up only 2 touchdowns all season long through 5 games. Southern Cal has scored 3 touchdowns already, and we're early in the second quarter. 2nd and 10, Notre Dame. Brown, and it is intercepted. Picked off at the 48-yard line. Bruce Dyer, number 21, and it is touchdown, Southern Cal. He returned it 52 yards. Bruce Dyer simply moved in front of the intended receiver and picked that one off.
Here it is on replay. Cliff Brown hesitating a little bit too long. See that little pump? He should have thrown it right there. Tries to throw a turn in to Daryl Dewan. Bruce Dyer on a fantastic interception, and he just goes all the way. Boy, when that's intercepted, Lindsay, you can almost say it's 6 points.
So the Trojans lead by a score of 27-7. And a conversion attempt coming. Jones will hold for Ray. Ray's kick is up, and it's good. And there's a break in the action here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score, Southern Cal 28 and Notre Dame 7. With the score still the same, we move to further action in the second quarter. 3rd and 5. Parker can't turn that corner because Alonzo Thomas, number 46, is right there. It's 4th and 5 for Notre Dame at the Southern Cal 40, and DeWine comes in with the next play, the 4th down play. Southern Cal leading 28-7, 7 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the first half.
And Ayers decided to go for it. He's got to get some points in that scoreboard. Here in the second quarter, he's going to go.
4th down and 5 to go with the ball at the 40, and they try to pick it up here. And it is incomplete, and the ball goes over. A little trouble by Brown in taking the snap. Pass is incomplete. The Trojans get good field position at their 40-yard line. And now we move to further action. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left to play in the half. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 7. Cunningham goes out of the ball game. Lou Harris, 29, comes in for SC. Lynn Swan, number 22, to the left side. Edison Garrison, 19, to the right side. Edmonds broken, and Ray is blindsided. That's a free ball, and Notre Dame hasn't got it yet. The scramble is at the 34, but the coverage is ruled at the 39 for Notre Dame. And now, the melee has begun in earnest here. Both benches are empty.
Well, that's a place not to be. And it is a free-for-all. Don't get caught on the bottom.
Both benches are completely empty.
As Mike Zeke is 79, he's still swinging, and he's been hit quite a few times.
Now the special policemen have moved out onto the field as the coaching staffs attempt to break it up. One official had marked Notre Dame recovery at the 39. The ball had squirted on downfield.
They ruled Walt Patulski had the football, but it was a quick whistle, no question about that. And of course, these referees have probably the toughest job in the world. When a game gets out of hand like this, there's nothing you can do. Let's take another look at it. Attempted pass, he rolls to the right. He gets hit just as he's attempting to pass. Fred Swenson there. It's a free football. Now watch number 85, Notre Dame, Walt Patulski and Mike Kadish go for the football, and I don't know whether they have full control. At least the referee says it's a dead ball. Now it squirts out of the hands of Patulski, and now all the piling on starts. And that's what happens. Here it starts right here. Number 75, Greg Marks, and now everybody gets into the act.
The defense stiffened on both sides, so after an exchange of punts, we move to further action. It is 3rd down and 9 yards to go for Notre Dame. They have the ball outside the 21-yard line of Southern Cal with 1:22 showing on the clock in this half. Cliff Brown to Townsend, intercepted at the 4-yard line. Picked off by Fate. Steve Fate, number 47. The Rover picked it off and returned to the 9, 1st and 10 SC.
Here it is. And again, sophomore quarterback Cliff Brown throwing into a crowd. He's got Townsend deep. He's trying to go to Townsend. He's double covered. And that's the free safety, Steve Fate. He just rolls all around. Plays that zone defense pretty good. Gallagher makes the tackle.
And now we move to further action. 30 seconds on the clock. SC leading 28-7. Trojans have the ball 1st and 10 at their 24. Jimmy Jones, the quarterback. Holland and Cunningham in the I formation. Jones. And it's complete at the 40-yard line. Taken by Swan, and he is hit at the 43 by Ralph Stepaniak. So it is a 19-yard completion, 1st and 10.
Here it is. Lynn Swan, he's double covered on the left side, out of your picture right now, but he does a little turn in. And Jones, what fine pass protection. You give a quarterback that much time, and he's going to find somebody open. He just found a little hole. The linebacker overran it, and now SC is in a position to maybe complete one more and go for a field goal.
5 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds remaining to be played in the half. Time has run out. At the end of this play, the half will be Cunningham carrying up to the 49-yard line, and Tempers almost square once again. That's Tolman there on the tackle, along with O'Malley. Time has run out. That's the end of the first half here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 7.
The second half of today's game will start after these messages.
Kicking off, Willie Hall is ready to boot it. Southern Cal leads by a score of 28-7 as we start the second half. This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning at Notre Dame Stadium. Hill and Dimnick, the deep men. Second half kickoff. Hill 1 yard deep in the end zone. Goal line 5, 10, 15. Hill to the 20, 25, and pulled down at the 32-yard line. Greg Hill.
Let's take another look, and this has been Notre Dame's best offensive play so far this afternoon. Greg Hill almost breaks it loose. He's got pretty good blocking in that wedge up front. And there you see number 87 for Southern California making the tackle, Kent Carter.
In the next series of plays, Notre Dame was unable to move the ball, so they punted to Southern Cal. So the Trojans continue to drive downfield with 11 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 7. Jones now with the bomb to Swan, and Stepaniak's covering an intercept. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. But a penalty marker is back upfield. There is a penalty marker upfield. Stepaniak intercepted, went out of bounds at the 3. Holding is indicated against Southern Cal. Decline. Notre Dame wants the ball, although it is at the Notre Dame 3-yard line. With the score still the same, we move to further action in the third quarter. It's first down and 33 yards to go now for Southern Cal at the 43, and Mike Ray's the quarterback. He's been alternated today with Jimmy Jones. Garrison, and he makes the catch at the 40-yard line. Not enough for the first down, of course, because it was first and 33.
Well, that's Garrison again, and they've been working on, they've got him double covered over there this time, but all he does, he fakes that little turn in and steps to the outside. Mike Ray puts it right on the button. Clarence Ellis defending.
Second and 16.
And there is one of the prettiest girls on the whole St. Mary's campus, I understand.
I trust your judgment, Paul.
Absolutely.
Second and 16. Ray, incomplete. Intended for Mike Morgan, number 24, who is in there in place of Garrison. It'll be third and 16 at the 40-yard line. Stepaniak covering defensively. Number 21 just there.
I tell you, these Trojan receivers have been open all day long. Must pat John McKay on the back. He came into this game with a game plan. They were going to throw the football, and he's got great speed on the flanks in Swan, Garrison. He's got a fine tight end, Charles Young. And these two fine quarterbacks, Mike Ray and Jimmy Jones, have really thrown the football well this afternoon.
The holding penalty against Southern Cal moves the ball back to the 43-yard line. It is second down. 34 yards to go. Mike Townsend is in place of Mike Crotty at safety for Notre Dame. Mike Townsend, number 27. Now this is Garrison and Morgan, both wide to the right side. Young is split to the left side. Ray scrambling. And he fumbles the football. Notre Dame has recovered. Mazurka. So the Irish get it at their 46-yard line.
Let's take a look at it. He had 24 for Southern California, wide open. Mike Morgan, he didn't see him. Potulski makes a grab at him. He decides to run it. He's got the ball in one hand. He should tuck it. He gets hit here by Eric Patton. There's Mike Zekas, causes the fumble, and Jim Mazurka's right on it.
1st and 10, Notre Dame. The Irish with the ball at their own 46. Southern Cal leading 28-7. 5 minutes, 58 seconds left in the third quarter. The Irish are back in the wishbone. Cliff Brown. And it is complete to Craney. Craney is at the 12-yard line of Southern Cal. Pelted by Alonzo Thomas, number 46. That's Craney.
And that's only the 5th pass reception of the year for Mike Craney. He caught a big one against Purdue. Let's take another look at it. He's the one that caught the 2-point conversion that beat Purdue in the last few minutes. Fine pass protection, and Brown looks around this time for his open man. He was trying to go to Townsend. He found his secondary receiver, Mike Craney. First down on the 13 for the Irish.
They're in the wishbone now. Now the late pitch to Parker, and the speedster tries to turn a corner and gets to the 9-yard line. 2nd down and 7 yards to go, Notre Dame at the SC 9. Again, Alonzo Thomas, 46, and Willie Hall, 83, make the tackle.
Here it is, wishbone tee option with the quarterback. Fine block by the fullback. He pitches out to Parker. Bill Gallagher misses his block. Picks up 3.
Andy Huff back in for Chiskowski at fullback for Notre Dame. Slightly less than 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Southern Cal leading 28-7. Now it's Parker on the counter. He gets to near the 3-yard line. Anthony on the tackle, along with Artemis Parker. It's going to be spotted near the 4-yard line.
Well, the Irish have always needed a little quickness in that backfield. Larry Parker gives it to him. He's a speedster, and they could sure use some big plays from him the remaining of the season. He gives that Notre Dame running attack a little versatility with his speed.
3rd down, 1.5 yards to go for a first down. Notre Dame's ball at the SC 4-yard line. Chiskowski's back in at fullback.
Watch him get it.
Chiskowski, touchdown.
No question about their short yardage play. Just fullback off tackle. Ground level action here. Watch John Chiskowski. He's not to be denied here. Fine blocking. Humbert Pomerico up front. And he goes in for that touchdown.
So the Notre Dame crowd has come alive. It's 28-13 and a conversion attempt coming by Bob Thomas. Doherty is holding. Thomas with the boot, and it's good. So there's a break in the action here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14. And now we move to further action. So it's as it was, 2nd and 8. Jimmy Jones. Again hit as he throws, and it is intercepted by Stepaniak. Notre Dame gets the ball at the 18-yard line. Ralph Stepaniak from Alpena, Michigan.
Well, it was pretty good pressure this time put on by that defensive front 4. Jones goes back. He's the first time he actually thrown it up for grabs. This is Mike Zekas putting pressure on. He's trying to hit his back. Harris down the sidelines, and Stepaniak makes the interception.
33 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14. The Irish with the ball, 1st and 10 at the Notre Dame 18-yard line. Cliff Brown has been the offensive quarterback all day. That's Gallagher moving out to a wing right. Number 19. And it's Andy Huff, the fullback. Just across the 20 for 2, 2nd and 8. Mike McGurr, number 74, made the tackle.
Well, they're not going to get any big plays running fullback up the middle off a double wing, trailing by 14 points. They're just going to have to put it in the air. There's no question about that. It's wasting time doing that, Lindsey.
DeWine comes out, and Larry Parker comes in with the next play from the sideline. Parker is flanked to the left side. Townsend is split right. We've seen little of Gatewood today. They're in a double wing as Gallagher moves up. Now, slipping a little bit. Brown looks, can't find anybody, and he is thrown for a loss. Back at the 18 where It'll be 3rd and 10. And time has run out in the period. That's the end of the 3rd quarter here at Notre Dame Stadium with the score Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14.
We'll be back with more Notre Dame football.
With the score still the same, we move to further action in the 4th quarter. The clock shows 5 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in the game. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14. 1st and 10, Notre Dame just shy of the 44-yard line. And a double wing set, and angling out now is Cliff Brown. Guns this one complete to Craney. His tight end at the 40-yard line of SC. 1st and 10, Notre Dame at the SC 40. Fate made the tackle.
Well, this is the most experienced for sophomore Cliff Brown. He's attempted 31 passes today. He's completed only 9, good for about 127 yards.
Cliff Brown brings him up again. They set DeWan in a slot left. Same pattern run the other way, and Brown is going to keep it. Brown's at the 30, and he has picked up another 1st down, Notre Dame. Thomas made the tackle. First and 10 at the 29-yard line. Notre Dame's longest gain from scrimmage this season, passing or rushing 33 yards on a run by Cliff Brown. That's Andy Huff on a delay, and he moves through to the 25-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 6. Grant made the tackle. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left to play in the game. DeWan in, Parker out. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14. Townsend split to the right side. Double wing set for Cliff Brown. Guns to Craney. And Craney goes out inside the 10. Fate is riding him down as he moves through the 7.5-yard line. 1st down, Notre Dame.
There it is, Tom Craney, the tight end. He's at the top of your screen. He's doing a little hook out. Cliff Brown finds him beautifully. Right on target. He almost gets away here. There's Mike Craney. And number 47 for Southern California finally pulls him down, and that is Steve Fate, the rolling safety.
1st and goal at the 7.5-yard line. Contact made before the snap, and penalty markers are thrown.
There it is. That's the tight end, Mike Craney, jumping off sides.
It cost Notre Dame 5 yards. 1st and goal now at the 12.5-yard line. DeWan brings in the next play as Parker comes out.
Well, if the Irish can get a touchdown here, we've got a ball game on our hands.
We have 3 minutes, 43 seconds left to play. Townsend to the left side. Gallagher is flanked to the right. Brown starts to run it. And it's marked at the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's take a look at it. He had Craney again on a hook pattern. He's looking for him. He decides to run it here. He got hit. He did a good job getting away from those 2 Trojan defenders. And he's down to the 8.
Chiskowski in at fullback. In place of Andy Huff. 2nd down goal for Notre Dame at the Southern Cal 8-yard line. Exactly 3 minutes left to play. Now Brown looks for somebody. Doesn't find anybody, and he is out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Bob Erickson making the tackle. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line. As he went out of bounds, or he did not go out of bounds, and Notre Dame takes the timeout to stop the clock. With 2 minutes, 48 seconds left to play, Southern Cal leads 28-14. Notre Dame's ball, 3rd down goal to go at the SC 5-yard line. Brown came over to get his play from Parsegian. Brown has the football, and he fumbles, and at the 5-yard line is the pileup, and Southern Cal recovers at the 5.
Just about does it. Here he is, Cliff Brown, sophomore quarterback. He fakes to Huff. He's running the option. He decides to cut inside. And he's hit there by number 55, the middle linebacker, Charles Anthony. Jarred the ball loose.
With the score still the same, we move to further action in the fourth quarter. This could well be it for Notre Dame. 4th and 20 at the 25 with 33 seconds left to play. Brown now throws it deflected, incomplete. And so the ball goes over on downs to Southern Cal with 26 seconds left to play. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at their 25-yard line. So that deflected pass was perhaps the last gasp for Notre Dame in this ball game here at Notre Dame Stadium this afternoon. Notre Dame and Navy meet here at Notre Dame Stadium next Saturday afternoon, while the Trojans take on California. Quarterback sneak, Jimmy Jones just running out the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 25. Clock is running with 15 seconds showing. Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14. Clock is running, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is it. And Eric Parsegian starts across to find John McKay, who brought his Trojans in here fired up, and they dominated the football game to hand Notre Dame its first loss of the year. That's McKay. The final score was Southern Cal 28, Notre Dame 14.
We'll have the wrap-up of today's game right after these messages.
Notre Dame. Cal 28, Notre Dame 14.
We'll have the wrap-up of today's game right after these messages.